Welcome to an overview of the Library app from Solus. The Library app is fully branded for your library service or library consortium. Your library members install the app from the App Store for iOS devices or the Play Store for Android devices. They will see your library or library consortium's branding in the store. They won't see Solus or any other library vendor's name, such as that of your ILS. Once the user has installed the app, it will appear on their home screen and they can simply tap on the icon to open the app as you would do with any other app on your device. Now I've opened the app, we can see the Library app branding at the top. Your library or library consortium logo will appear here and the colour schemes will reflect the colour schemes of your library service or consortium. Moving on down the app home screen, we can see the search option. This is always front and centre on the app home screen, instantly visible when a user opens the app, so it provides quick and easy access to immediately search the library catalogue. I can search by typing in a keyword or a title to search your library catalogue. The app supports a variety of proprietary and open API endpoints from all of the major vendors. The app doesn't require any MARC record shipping or any other data transformation or extraction processes, as it searches the catalogue in real time using the APIs. In the search display here, we can see various key pieces of information about each search result, such as title, author, format, publication date, and a book jacket for visual identification where available. When I select an item from the search result list, we can go through to the details of that particular item. From here, there are links to the author, to search by author, or we can search for related titles by series or subject. We can see a description and availability for this particular item within the library catalogue, and again, we retrieve these in real time using APIs. We can also easily place a hold or reservation on this title. Going back to the search result display, we can see a variety of options in terms of filtering the search, and these options are dependent on what is supported by your library catalogue. If we tap the footer bar, we can access the filters screen where we can limit the search. We can select specific format filters, search on different fields within the catalogue, or we can sort the results. Again, these options would depend on the library catalogue in use. Back on the results display, we see a total number of results at the bottom right-hand corner of the display, and this updates as we make changes to the filtering. We can also have the option to tap on the magnifying glass directly on the home screen to go straight into the search display without searching for a particular item. From here, we can access the ISBN barcode scanner, and this can also be configured to be accessible directly from the home screen. When we select the ISBN barcode scanner, it will prompt us to give permissions to the camera. This will allow you to scan the ISBN of any book, either in a bookstore or anywhere else you find a book that you want to read. Once we've scanned the ISBN, you can see if the library has a copy, and from there, we can obviously place a hold on that item. Moving on down from the search display, we see the carousel. The carousel is fully configurable by the library and can either be a list of bibliographic identifiers or perhaps an RSS feed from the library catalogue. There are a number of different ways of configuring this, and that depends on the library system in use. The users can scroll through the items here, and you can select a particular item to go straight through to that in the catalogue. Again, we can place a hold, view details and copies that the library holds. We can also tap More to see up to 10 additional carousels of library content that have been added, and the user can simply scroll through these in a very Netflix-style display. Moving on down, we can see a variety of menu options, and these are known as tabs within the app. The different tabs on the home screens are fully configurable by the library service through the Content Management System, or CMS, which library staff have direct access to. This is accessible via any browser at any time, and content changes can be implemented in real time. Tabs can be configured in a number of different ways, and each tab has a title and a subtitle along with an icon. You can see these on the home screen of the app. The icons can either be images uploaded to the CMS, or you can choose from a range of 7,000 icons via a searchable icon picker in the CMS. The contents of the tab can vary widely. A tab can link to a specific piece of content, such as a web link, a video or image. It can be a list of content items that form a channel, for example a series of local history videos, but a tab can also be a list of channels, and this is how we implement the Nearest Libraries tab. Each library location has its own channel within the CMS. Users can see information about the library, along with any content items you have scheduled to appear under the channel. The app will order the channels or libraries by distance from my location, and let me know at a glance when a library is open, closed, or closing soon. The messages appear in green, red or amber respectively, and when the library is closed, it helpfully informs me when the library is due to open again. If I select the library, we can see an image of the library, the opening hours, location and description of the library. We can also see a link to view the library's location on a map, get directions to the library, as well as phone the library, view its website or email them. Just like the rest of the app, the location information details are fully configurable by the library staff via the CMS. Going back to the home screen, we can see a number of different tabs that have been configured. You can configure these tabs to appear either at all times, before a user is logged in, or after a user has logged in. For example, we have a Join the Library tab that links to your online registration system that appears prior to login. Once I've logged in, this tab disappears as it's no longer relevant to me. Tabs can also be configured as specific functions within the app, such as linking to the account panel, language selection, or a search tab that's been configured for a specific search type. For example, if we wanted to configure a tab to search for ebooks specifically. Support for this depends on the filtering and format options available in your library catalogue, but alternatively, we may just want to show links to your e-collections. So if I select e-library, we can see a number of categories underneath here. These additional menu items are underneath the e-library tab. Tabs can be configured hierarchically with no limit to the levels of nesting here. If we select audiobooks, we can see links to the library's various e-audiobook services. In each tab, we can also add additional information, and you can see some text has been added to the top of this tab. We could also add a YouTube video with instructions on how to use a particular e-content vendor service. From a tab, we can also link to event feeds. We can pull in an RSS feed from a variety of different event systems, including, but not limited to, SpringShare, Evansed, Communico, Attend, LibCal, and non-library providers such as Eventbrite. We pull in the RSS feed and format it for display on the mobile device. When the user taps on a particular event item, we can go straight through to the events and booking system that's behind the feed to potentially book onto a class or register their interest for a particular event. Alternatively, the Events tab can go straight out to an external events service, and there are no limits to the number of tabs you can create on the home screen of the app. The ordering of these tabs is defined by the library service in the CMS. However, the user of the app can also reconfigure these to prioritise items of importance to them. Now I can see the reorder list, and if I decide that the events, or what's on, and the e-library are the most important things to me, I can reorder this list to put those items right at the top. If I then tap out of the Preferences and Account screen and go back to the Home screen, we can see that what's on and e-library are the first items of the items that I can reorder. Additionally, through the CMS, the library staff can configure tabs to be pinned to the top of the list. So here we're seeing an Update tab on COVID-19 that's pinned to the top. That always appears first, followed by what I as a user have reconfigured to appear first for me. This library has chosen a scroll display for the home screen, but we also support a flow display. So again, in Preferences, we can change the home page layout to flow. The library service can configure the default display type for your library app, but the library user will always have the ability to override this and choose their preference. With Flow, we can simply scroll left to right to see the various tabs that have been configured. The app supports multiple languages and over 20 are currently provided, with more being added all the time. The app will smartly detect the language in use on your device and then automatically switch to that language when the app is first used. But you can override this by choosing a language in the Languages menu. The app will then reload in the correct language, and as you can see here, all of the built-in labels within the app have been translated. All the content items can be translated via the CMS, so they will appear also in the language that the user has chosen.